are again. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. So I woke up this morning and I went into my office and I started working on, I'm forming this business for a client of mine in California. So I'm putting together all the documentation and filing it with the Secretary of State and doing everything that needs to be done. And I'm working there, and then up pops a thing on my Twitter that says inflation rose to 9.1%. And I'm thinking, 9.1%? Are we absolutely crazy as Americans to sit here and know that our inflation has gone up to 9.1%? It's absolutely crazy knowing that. Now, what we have to also think about, wages are being hit hard by this inflation. We went up to 9.1%. The average American family hourly wages decreased for the month 3.6%. On the weekly earnings, down 4.4%. So, American hourly wages, let's say that again, decreased by 3.6% weekly and 4.4% yearly. I'm sorry, I said that wrong the first time. I should have read my notes better. I have the link down below. You can go to it. But each and every single one of you who are working for a wage, who are putting in your hours, who are doing what you're supposed to do, has a government and a president that has overspent, overtaxed, overspent some more, and wants to do more overspending with Build Back Better. That's on the table again in the Senate and in the Congress. This is absolutely crazy. We can no longer spend any more money, and we can't hit the American people with more burdens and more burdens and more burdens. Our wages have already come down. We're suffering. We are in an upside-down economy where cost to live is more than the wages we're bringing in. Biden doesn't care. The Congress doesn't care. The senators don't care. I was so pissed off this morning. I saw a tweet go across my page, and Senator Lindsey Graham from South Carolina, the state that I'm in, was complaining about how the Democrats had overspent when he just voted to spend $40 billion to send to the Ukrainian people. What in the world is he complaining about and moaning and groaning when he just increased inflation by voting for that bill? We have some really stupid politicians in Washington, D.C., and Lindsey Graham is one of them. He might as well flip and go over to the Democratic side because over on that side, they're making dumb decisions. So because of Lindsey Graham and because of the Democrats and because of Biden overspending day after day after day, your hourly wages have gone down 3.6%, and your weekly earnings have gone down 4.4%. That is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's something that we should never be even talking about. We need to be thinking on our next vote, because the next time in November when we vote, are we going to vote back in the same stupid people who got us into the same stupid inflationary time, and now we have Americans who are suffering every single day? It's not right. It just is not right. If you look, I'm going to provide you with a chart down below. There's a link that you can go look at this chart. On the day that Biden took office, and up through where we stand now, Putin had nothing to do with this. Zero. Because inflation started when he said "I do," and when he began making bad policy decisions. That's when everything went to stupid land. I want to tell you one other thing, because I was looking at the comparison of the countries out there. And I'm going to put that link in there for you also so that you can see what countries have the highest inflation. By the way, Spain just announced that their inflation rate jumped to 10%. I would not want to be in Spain at the moment where everything is out of control. But I'm going to read you some of the major economies right now and what their inflation is sitting at. Saudi Arabia is at 2.2%. China, now this is kind of iffy because we don't know if they're telling the truth, is at 2.5%. Japan's inflation is at 2.5%. Switzerland's at 3.4%. Taiwan is at 3.6%. Indonesia is at 4.4%. Australia is at 5.1%. Singapore is at 5.6%. France is at 5.8%. South Korea is at 6.0%. Philippines is at 6.1%. South Africa 6.5%. New Zealand 6.9%. Finland 7%. India 7%, Sweden 7.3%, Germany 7.6%, Thailand, Ireland, Mexico, they're all running between 7 and 8, and then you get to the USA. The good old USA. 9.1%. At least we are not Spain, which is sitting at 10.2%. But 9.1% for America to be in that much inflation is uncalled for. Now, I have gone through several times we have had inflation before. And we even rolled over into a recession. I remember those times. I remember sitting at the gas station trying to get gas during lunch hour. Couldn't get it. Had to drive back to my office with just a little bit of gas in my tank. I remember prices of food going skyrocket. I remember all this. I've been through it before. Americans have always gotten through it. But it was when we changed our leadership is when it changed because new people with new ideas were brought in. I wish we were kind of like Britain, where if we have no confidence in the prime minister or in the president, we can have a no confidence vote. I know at the moment, if we were to take a vote across the United States today, if there is confidence in this president at all, we should take a no confidence vote, and that should determine whether or not if we get to have a quick election and revote. I tell you, we are in a sticky wicket here. We are in a sinking ship. And these sinking ships, I tell you, cost us a lot of money. I said in my last podcast that I am planning a trip abroad. And I have been searching and searching for good airlines and good flights. I haven't found any. I looked at the hotel rooms. The prices of hotel rooms have gone way up. I haven't found any deals on. I was thinking about going to Greece, and after I added everything up that you have to add in, and in the spot that I wanted to stay, it was at $5,000 per person. Well, I know that $5,000 is not within my budget. It just isn't. And to be charged for every nickel and dime thing that's in that hotel room, from cleaning the room to Wi-Fi to, and there's a whole bunch of other charges too, it adds up. And the other concern that I have is, am I going to get there and am I going to get back? Because there's so many cancellations in the airline industry. Now, they say they're all going to do better, but I don't think so. I think that everything is so screwed up at the moment that the airline industry is in deep trouble in meeting the goals and expectations of their customers. Because right now, they're failing. They're canceling almost 1,000 flights a day. I don't want to be caught up in that. But this is what happens when you have inflation, when you don't have people in the right jobs to work with the transportation industry. The guy that's in there now, Buttigieg, worthless. He doesn't know what he's doing. So we have a problem. I am amazed because we are in a situation where we need to have a better leader. And I'm telling you, members of Congress, there's no leadership in there. Forget about those people. This needs to be a leader that comes from outside, and I'm not talking about Trump, because I'm kind of pissed at Trump at the moment. But I'm talking about we need a leader to come in and take control. We have no one in control at the moment. Biden got off the plane in Israel today, and the first thing, as he was coming down the red carpet, he goes, "Where am I now?" My gosh. We have a problem. This is Mike Lodge. I'll talk with you soon. If you have any questions, if you want to have more access to me, go to my website at www.lodge-co.com. Again, that's www.lodge-co.com. If you want to see all my blogs and stuff, go to lodge-co.com and click on buymeacoffee.com. There's a little button up there at the top that says buymeacoffee.com. I love talking with you, guy. I'll talk with you soon. Let's stay firm in what we're doing. Let's be financial stewards of our money. And let's really think about what our vote is going to be in November. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.